there's more foolery out here. And I think that Tyler might have missed the mark just a little bit here.
Tad.
So y'all know Crystal, I believe it's Crystal Renee. I really like her. She's on Sister. She has her own podcast now. And she had a chance to sit down with Tyler Perry and they had conversations about women making more money than men and finding a certain type of mate that if he doesn't make enough, then you should kind of be content because they're a good guy and all of that. But reading the room would be knowing that women is tired of that at this particular point. But I think he read the room because he said he knew he was going to get flack for it, but he was going to say it anyway.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
He talking about Oprah and Stedman.
Uh-huh.
I know people.
And I said that. I was like, but I would like to remind you, Tyler, Stedman is a fucking lawyer. Stedman is not a bum just sitting at the house with his name on his shirt, paying only one bill while you get your briefcase out into your Bentley to go to work. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, stop coloring your hair and your beard, Tyler. You look crazy. You don't know hair, so please stop doing that to yourself. You look insane. That's how we knew we couldn't trust nothing you was about to say because you didn't Beijing the fucking beard and the hair. I was just like, is that a part? Like, what's going on? I don't care. Either way, Tyler, you're just trying to get us to stay in this stupid mindset of, being okay with niggas who ain't shit so that you can sell your shows to us. Because Zatima just came back. That's why he's talking to her. Because Zatima came back on BET Plus. And the whole storyline is Fatima come save this man. He's out here reckless with his dick. He got all this stuff going on, but come save this man and be there for him. Like, no, Tyler, equally yoked is what we're looking for, honey. Like, it's not about you making 5 times more. No, that's not what the fuck we talking about. We talking about if I make $50,000 a year, you need to make $50,000 a year or close to it or above. But I'm not Ebony K. Williams about to marry a bus driver. I'm not Tiffany Haddish about to go pick a homeless man up off the fucking street. Please stop pushing this on black women. We do enough. We take on bummy ass niggas enough. Like y'all heard the last story that could not be real. But at the end of the day, there are so many niggas out there that we allow to take advantage all the time. Can you please stop impressing that on us? Can you impress upon these men to be okay with the fact that they don't make a lot of money? Can you impress that upon them? Because to be real, they're the ones that needed to hear that statement. Because what do they do when women do have money? Treat them like shit.
I was thinking the same because you do have quite a bit of those men where the women is going to end up superseding them. Maybe it don't start out like that in the relationship initially, but then they end up making more. And then how do they deal with that? A lot of times they have these conversations and I don't be liking how it always starts off with what the women got to do, what the women got to fix versus like having the conversations about what the men need to work on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hollered when he said when women was like, he said women gotta be like, I gotta make this and he gotta make that and da. He was like, have your list, baby. I say that's true. Because in all honesty and in full reality, everybody not finna just get no man that got it like that. They just not. So you either like when he was talking about like marriage and stuff, I'm like, well, at that point, she kind of settled for who the hell he is. Then that is kind of like on her. Y'all don't have to date
I
these
didn't.
type of people.
I don't like the fact that he was laughing at the point that, oh, keep your list. Like, God forbid a bitch have expectations and boundaries and shit for herself. And I really do feel like people love to act like most young women are out here completely oblivious and wanting some man that makes $1 million and they work down to the check cashing place. And I'm just kind of like, that is such a lie. Those girls only want men to make a lot of money because the men they're dating are drug dealers. I don't know. I don't know girls in real life that have real boyfriends and shit or men that are expecting them to be making Tyler Perry money. Like that. I don't see that.
Have those expectations are single. But the thing that gets me is this. I hate hearing this narrative. Like, I feel like only Black people talk like this, telling women that they should accept less because he's a good man. I only hear Black people talk like that. The other thing that I hate hearing is rich people try to give this type of advice. Like Bonnie said earlier, like if you make $50,000, you can't survive with somebody who make 30. Quit playing.
Right.
You can't give that type of advice. Now, if you make 100, you might be okay with somebody that makes 60, maybe, and that's your prerogative. But it was just, I just don't think that people who have had money for a long time or people who have like an immense amount of wealth should give this type of advice. Because when you a millionaire, you can date whoever the fuck you want to date. You go pick somebody up out of the McDonald's drive-thru if they got a good personality, and you gonna be good.
Nicki Minaj, anybody?
You definitely can do that. I don't advise it, but you can. So I'm tired of people pushing that narrative. It's old and it's tired. But the thing is, I feel like people it's like a whole hyperbole. They take the few outliers. Because I have heard of some girls be like, whenever I date this dude, he gonna have to make this much money and he gonna have to look just like Kofi. And I'm like, girl, you might be able to find that. But what if you find somebody that's still attractive that look different than Kofi? like do we have to be dark skinned and beard and make that amount of money?
Right.
Like maybe you might want to open up your options. But when it comes to people talking about their lifestyles and how they want to live, I don't think that rich people should advise on that at all.
No, you got to.
I just wanted to say to her point about, they don't look exactly like Kofi. I also feel like anybody that's that specific, you're alone and you should stay alone because you're crazy.
Exactly.
You should stay alone.
Those are the people that are single. Exactly. And that's who I feel like they're trying to speak to. But that's a dangerous thing. Don't speak to people in general telling them that if you make 80, you go find somebody that make 30. Don't do that. That's dumb.
And then I feel like another thing that really irritates women when they have these type of conversations and stuff is because not only when she's the breadwinner is she making like, of course, like more money, but I feel like a different expectation comes with that, a different level of responsibility. And I feel like sometimes, he might be a good man, but he might also feel like he doesn't have to do all certain things or whatever because you the breadwinner of the family. I just feel like it may roll over to other stuff and that gets frustrating for people.
I saw this comment, y'all. So they said Auntie Tab, babies, she retired her husband and they have a great love. And listen, I understand, but I need for you to understand. At some point, Tab was not a millionaire and her husband was taking care of her too. Now that they have been together all this time and she retires him from the police force, that makes sense. That's two people that have been supporting each other through ups and downs of having money and not having money. Tyler Perry is telling women to be okay with a man that can only pay a light bill for love when most of you niggas are incapable of love. And I also question I question anybody that presents themselves like everything is always, positive and all of that, especially Tab and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
You could say what you want to, but Tab didn't have to threaten people behind that man, which tells me a lot. Okay?
Oh, yeah, she did do a video about that where she had to kind of like,
I know y'all
You
think I don't
talking
like
about
her.
when
She's
she was
hilarious.
People a little bit.
addressing the retirement thing, right? Or was
Say
it
that
another
again,
video?
Nikki?
Was the video of her having to go off on people was that her addressing the retirement thing, or was it a video about something
No,
different?
I think they were having like a podcast conversation and she was just speaking in general. I thought that it was related to her not having certain types of friends or something like that.
You can't be around my man.
Yeah.
You trying to be friends with my man and not me. That type of shit. And then also, Tab be talking about shit sometimes that make me wonder, Tab, who's around you? Because, she'll get up and she'll do a video and it's like, oh, my sweet babies, I want to curse you out, but the Lord told me not to. You're evil, though. Like, she do shit like that. So I be feeling like, y'all think Tab over there with some perfect life because she always smiling in that fucking camera, but she be low-key threatening the fuck out of people through her commentary. So that's why I feel like
Monique.
Which one?
Monique, the comedian.
Comedian?
Yeah. Sweet baby this, sweet baby that, love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get together that way. Mm.
I love you for real. My sweet babies.
She will.
I like Tab, y'all. Please don't get me, because people think I don't like Tab because I make fun of her, but she's hilarious to me. Toxic positivity is hilarious to me.
Anything else on Tyler?
Tyler, where's your woman? Didn't you have a baby with somebody?
Listen,
Who
he
said
did. He
that?
got a son. Girl, that came out years ago.
With the woman that he was with.
The only woman he's ever been seen dating.
Were they dating or were they friends?
We don't know. We had no idea.
I always thought they were dating.
And then popped up with a baby.
Oh,
Did you marry her, Tyler? You want to tell us black women about accepting niggas with no money? Are you marrying your baby mama, or are you just making somebody else a baby mama?
Oh, no. Thanks. Oh, no, that's Mo. Thank you for the super chat. Perfect timing. It's the fact that he changed his voice up for me. It's like he was making a mockery and continuously making a joke of black women. He said what he said was dangerous. Thank you so much for the super chat. Interesting. And I feel like sometimes those be the conversations that a lot of these men that used to follow Kevin Samuels will take and twist and turn and then make the men that is just a good man, Savannah, don't make a whole lot, then turn around and make those men quote unquote high value men. Like, y'all have to calm down and figure it out.
And women who would take this advice will go over to Kevin Samuels' channel for that, so he could tell them where to lower their standards.
But I'm gonna say this though before we move on. Y'all do what y'all want to do, because y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is. Okay, I don't have to live in your relationship. You do. Hey Kimmy, how are you? Let's keep going.
Girl.
Let's keep going.